This is a safe space. Is it a safe
I
space?
don't know, man. I don't know if
No,
this is a safe space tonight.
I don't know if it's about to be a safe space, my guy. I hope so. Oh man, I already know. I didn't even open the Twitter comments yet. Oh man, I see the numbers are boosted. They are boosted today. Shout out to everyone joining us. Yeah, I know there's a lot to talk about, so might as well play the intro already.
Nobody outside of Kentucky cares about that rivalry.
Exactly.
Not who cares outside?
Wins 2015 or 2010, and everybody is saying 2015. So
just got back up here at Durham a couple days ago. So been to the gym a little bit. Me and Joey been in the gym working out together.
As Duke fans, as Duke coaches, because I get excited over there, even in my suit, I'm grabbing Coach Tyler's leg, like.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crazy Twitter Live. Shout out to TickPick, obviously. This show is presented by. Use Duke Nation on TickPick to get a discount on any Duke basketball tickets. Shout out to the Devil's Den, of course. Oh man, I don't even want to see the boards. I can't even say the word board without getting angry. But yeah, Duke loses another game. 79-78, Florida State. Man, this is a tough one. We got my guy Dom here. Ryan, man, start us off before I go crazy, man.
I mean, there's a lot to pick out with the entire game, but those last 10 seconds, call a timeout. I think my biggest pet peeve in basketball is when defense is put on full court pressure in the latter seconds of a game. You bring up the ball, your team's panicked, and the coach just lets them play it out, and it's just a frenzy, and nothing ever good happens. I think Dell panicked. The commentator was saying something along the lines of Kay was telling Banchero to get the ball back after he inbounded it. That didn't happen. I mean, that it has to happen. So if you see Wendell coming up the court with the ball, call timeout if Paulo's on the other end of the floor in the corner. Probably a month ago, I don't hate Dell taking that shot, but over the last probably few games, and after Paul has done what he has done, putting up 20 points, over 20 points a game in the last few games, and he basically single-handedly brought you back into the game once we finally went to him and gave him the ball after not doing it for the entire second half. Give the ball to Paulo. If at the very worst he's going to get fouled. So I had to get that off my chest right away. Like, just call a timeout. I have so much gripe with Kay, and you can say staff, but mainly Kay. For the last couple of times that he's been coaching, I mean, it was a completely different team when Shire was out there. So more to come on that after. But Dom, what was your thoughts in the 10 seconds there?
What was my thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't really care about the timeout. I don't really care about the timeout because I don't want them to set the defense and make, like, last time we called the timeout in Miami game, they set the defense and we still get a long three. So, I mean, downhill, I did hear the part where he said Paulo get the ball back to Paulo, and I'm not opposed to that. I'm definitely not how Paulo was rocking. He was rocking good, but when he passed it in, Paulo turned his head. Like, Paulo turned his head and just kept going. That's because I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. I'm like, ain't Paulo supposed to go back and get the ball? But it's last 10 seconds, man. Like, and then another thing, I know this is, I don't need that charge.
No.
The one with Jeremy Roach?
Yeah, I don't need that one.
6 seconds left on the clock. Why are you flopping?
Yeah, like right there, I don't need that one. Like that one right there, I get what he was trying to do. I promise you,
I get it.
In the middle of the second half, that's a good try. You might as well give it a shot. 6 seconds left, you don't do it.
But that one right there, because we were in the zone right there, so it was 6 seconds. The kid was coming back with a behind the back. He wasn't going downhill left hand. He was trying to come back with the behind the back. You can't give the ref that one right there. That's too much. That's too much putting it in the ref hands. He got to call, like the commentator said. If he falls, he has to call something. Well, right there, he's not going to call that charge. I know he's not.
No.
So,
maybe at Cameron he does. Not at Florida State he does.
Not at Florida State. Not at Florida State.
No. Zion, let it out, man.
Where do I start, man? Where do I start? Because I personally, like, I'm one to call out anybody, but I just hate putting this on the players. I hate, personally, my opinion, I hate putting this game on the players. How do you go a whole second half without getting Paolo the ball? You are supposed to tailor your game plan to your best player. And my guy was 3 for 4 in the first half. He was 3 for 4 up until what, like the 8-minute mark in the second half?
He didn't score for 15.
Yeah. He didn't take a shot until 15 minutes into the second half.
Like, how can you blame anybody else? If you can't get your best player the ball, and I could continually say it, maybe going small may not work, but at the same time, you cannot force Paolo the ball with Mark Williams posting up right next to him, with Theo John posting up right next to him. It's not going to work against a pack line defense, especially when we don't shoot the ball really well. Even though we did shoot the ball pretty well today, someone was telling me that on Twitter. We're shooting the ball pretty well, so it's okay. We're taking those shots. No, where we want to dominate is inside. Maybe Dom had to go somewhere, but where we want to dominate is inside, and Paolo can't do that if the paint is clogged. But at the same time, number one, I forgot to say it. Trevor Keels. I hope you feel better. I hope you get well. Prayers up, my brother. I hope him on the bench. It was a good sign for us. But we'll see.
So, yeah.
We'll see. We'll never know.
I don't get, but here's my question then, because Paolo and Mark have to play on the court together. They have to either figure out. They figured it out in other games. You have to go high low then, right? You have to throw Paolo up on the free throw line or at the top and work a two-man game there, right? Like if Mark can run the baseline a little bit, and I know it's not against the zone, but if you play high low there, the spacing goes way better. Mark, if Paolo wants to take it off the dribble, Mark can back off and back out or curl around and take over where Paolo was and fill in. But if you don't space them better, you can't just have both of them sitting on the low block and have Mark on one side of the block and Paolo trying to get the ball on the other. It's not going to work. And they were denying Paolo all night long, trying to get the ball down to him. And so you have to change it up. That's where I put it again on the staff. The only thing I don't put on Coach K tonight is the rebounding. We got absolutely obliterated, goodness. Man. I mean, how can we have one of the biggest height advantages on the height side in Duke's history, or in the last few years at least, and just get out rebounded every game? It's just the fundamentals aren't there. You got nobody boxing out. That's where I'll put that on the players. But the in-game adjustments, Paolo not touching the ball is inexcusable. I don't care if they were denying entry passes. You find a way to get him the damn ball. And you got to figure out a way for Mark and him to be on the floor together. Because especially now with Keels hurt, you're going to be running low on guys. I would assume he's out a game or two. Let's just say he is. You're going to be running low on guys. And then my last thing before I toss it back to one of you is Joey Baker in the second half playing more than AJ Griffin when AJ Griffin only had 2 fouls. Somebody said in Twitter comments, what does Joey have on Coach K that he was in the game that long? I mean, AJ wasn't
playing that bad though. He wasn't.
No, but I mean, come on, man. If you need a spurt of like a 5-0 run, 7-0 run, AJ can get that for you. Joey can't. And AJ is a decent defender. He didn't play that well tonight on defense, and Joey had that energy. And maybe somebody said to me on Twitter, maybe Coach K was trying to send a sign to the players a little bit that you got to play with that energy all the time, like Joey was. But man, it's weird. Why was Joey in there for that long after Keels went out?
In my opinion, they should have went small. But like I definitely feel I tweeted that in the middle of the game to halftime. I think even when we do have AJ in the game, we're not running any action for AJ.
We did when Shire was the coach.
We weren't running. I mean, Dom, you the coach here, but I need to see AJ off a pin down screen or something. Like, this guy's an elite shooter.
I mean, I do get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know. I really can't tell you what I mean, because when he did slash, he got the. When he did slash, he got the floater. I think he got the floater.
Yeah, to tie the game.
And then he got the. I don't know. I don't think AJ played bad, and I don't think Joey played bad. I don't. That was the Ryan. I'm not gonna lie. That's not even the factor in this whole situation. That's
Which
not
part?
even a factor.
Which part?
Like the Joey AJ thing.
No, it's just a question. I mean, you after a loss like this, I'm gonna nitpick at just like it was. I'm not blaming that. It's just
what I do want to kind of like Theo, like he got boards though.
He did, but he missed the 2 turnaround jumpers that he gets a game that he most of the time he's hitting too. Like you get Theo in there, he puts big body minutes in. He'll get you some rebounds. He'll get you a foul or 2, but he always takes those 2 or 3 turnaround hook shots. And I mean, I wonder he's got to be like 50% on the year on those. And if he doesn't make those, I mean, that's 4 points we don't get. But he came in, man, and how is he out rebounding these guys? And how many rebounds did he end up having? He only had 3.
Yeah,
3.
But
Okay, and how many minutes? In 9 minutes, three boards. All right.
So you think about it. If you go, I mean, if he gives you 6 boards, how many did Mark have?
But
7.
But this is the thing. This is the whole thing with the whole rebounder thing. Even with Mark and Theo, although Mark at times got manhandled by the 7'4" dude, the skinny dude. At times he did get manhandled. But the thing is, when Mark is contesting a shot, he's automatically taken out of the rebounding position, obviously.
Yeah.
The other 4 on the court, same thing happens when Theo is contesting a shot. The other 4 on the court are ball watching.
You know what the other 4 are doing?
What, trying to leak out.
Yeah, they're running.
But Paolo, half the time, Paolo's right next to Mark. He's not using his body to box out or he's just watching it, waiting it to fall into his hands.
And so I can't even say other 4. I don't know. We got to get 5 people on that board. We got to get 5 people on the boards.
Everybody got.
I think
clash.
that should be the emphasis of 5 people on the boards. But I know we talk about the last seconds of overtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why switch from zone in that last?
No.
That was second half.
Yeah, that one right there. We up
the last
2.
The last play of regulation.
With Evans hit the game tying layup.
Yeah, that was regulation. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Go
ahead. Why?
I get it though, because if you play zone, especially out of a timeout, guess what Leonard Hamilton is doing? He's going to find a way to get a wide open 3.
Yeah,
he's a downhill player. So you get him switched with Paolo, and Paolo forces him which way?
No, but I think if you back up, the point is that when we played that zone, they had so many wide open looks at 3 that Leonard Hamilton would have had a heyday. Like they said in the broadcast.
I take my chances with that. I promise you.
I cannot take my chances with a wide open 3. I cannot take. No.
They wouldn't have got a wide open 3 because if you watch what they were doing, listen. If you watch what they were doing, they didn't bring the high post guy. They never adjusted to the zone until they got to overtime by bringing Mills into high post. They kept running Raekwon, the other kid, number 10. They kept running him to the middle, and he was never getting it. So they never had a back corner guy, which is the back corner guy where AJ would have to step up because that's where AJ can take that wing. They never had it. They never had it. You're giving him a downhill to his right against Paolo. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take a Division I player against that.
That was a tough shot, though.
Yeah.
It was a tough shot. No, I'm not saying it wasn't a tough shot.
Yeah, so I'm living with that over a wide open 3. Over a wide open 3, I'm living with that.
I'm taking that prayer falling down over a wide open 3 from any of them. I mean, I get it. Like it's what brought us back into the game. The zone did, but like I'm not. If we lose that game to a wide open 3-pointer in zone, I mean, we're having the same conversation just on the opposite side. Why are we not going to man in that situation?
I get it. I mean, it's both ways though. I I see what you guys are saying too. I do see what you guys are saying.
But I think it's just all this is a culmination of the buildup that I think we should have won this game by like 10, in my opinion.
I mean, we beat Wake, who I assume we don't have our numbers guy Russ in here, but I would assume Wake is a quad 1 game. Maybe they're quad 2, but like on paper they're
quad 1.
Yeah, so like we went at Wake and handled business the way we should, and we couldn't do it tonight. And I get it, different teams, different situations, but look at the one difference is Coach Shire coached the game at Wake, and he made adjustments in game multiple times that everybody was like, man, look at that. Coach Shire made an adjustment. What did Coach Shire do at halftime? Like everybody was and it was just obvious that changes were made sooner than they normally were, and then sooner than they were made tonight. I don't want to be that guy that goes out publicly and is bashing K all the time, but like there was adjustments that were made in this game and the preparedness of this team coming into this game that just wasn't there. Why is Paulo not touching or getting a shot off in the second half? Why? It's just inexcusable.
So I do gotta respond to, because a lot of people were telling me this on Twitter. When I said go small, someone said, well, we need Paulo's not gonna rebound. Number one, Paulo led us in rebounds tonight, actually. But
you got a bunch when we went zone.
But also, were we rebounding with Mark? Like, I don't get that theory. Like, we weren't rebounding with Mark at the 5. We were getting smoked on the glass with Mark at the 5, with Theo at the 5. So I don't get the reasoning like we can't go small because we're not going to rebound. We're not rebounding anyway. And then to match it, when we went zone, FSU went small. FSU went small to beat the zone.
Yeah.
So to me, you got to try.
They really didn't beat the zone, though. They really didn't beat the zone.
They didn't.
They didn't beat the.
Us going zone and them going small ball is what brought us back in the game, because they didn't get any second chance buckets. They were flinging threes from the outside. They made a couple big deal. We got every single rebound and brought it up and finally gave the ball to Paulo, and that's when we came back.
I'm gonna tell you another key play. Why go 2-2-1?
When did we do that?
That's when Matt Cleveland got the and 1.
Ah, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Over Mark. Yeah.
Yes. Why did we go 2-2-1? Because now that keeps everything on the sideline. They kick it right to Matt Cleveland. I'm taking my chances with Matt Cleveland going downhill in the open.
Oh yeah.
But also Matt.
But we're up two right there.
That was a shot I feel like Mark should have blocked, but it was a good finish. That's a pro.
We were up 2 right there. That made it we were up 74-72. Once again, keep doing what they're not figuring it out. They're not figuring it out.
I mean, we even could go back to the first half where because I know we were talking about this a little bit, but the experiment of the point guard foul, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it for the whole, like, for its whole outlook. I wasn't really mad at it. Bring up the ball was a little too much for me, but it also did put Wendell in the corner and just sat him there, and he wasn't really doing anything. So while people were tagging me, people think I'm just like a Wendell Moore protector. I criticize Wendell at times too. I criticize Keels. Let's get that out the way. That's very corny to all the cornballs on Twitter. The people that don't even follow me just tagging me about that. But it's hard when he's just sitting in the corner. Like it's not going to be effective as a player. And when Wendell shot the ball tonight, he shot it well. He didn't shoot the ball. That was my gripe with him tonight. He wasn't aggressive. And then the turnovers toward the end of the game were a little bit. You're a veteran, you're a captain, you got to step up in those moments too. But I didn't like the whole experimenting of the offense a little bit. I felt like it was too much, but I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
I have a question for both of you about that. When Dell with his turnovers, what I've noticed is it just seems like his passes are just kind of weak or lackadaisical. Like that one, Paulo finally got his first shot in that second half, and it was from a very slow, weak pass into him from Wendell, and they were quite a ways away. I thought you just zip that in there to him, he grabs it, but it almost got tipped by 2 Florida State players, and so the turnovers from Wendell is, I guess, what worries me, because Zion, like we said before we went live here, is the fact that he still puts in all these games where we think he plays so poorly, he puts up efficient numbers. He put up 13 tonight on 5 of 7 shooting, and he had a couple assists and a couple rebounds. Obviously, the turnovers is kind of been the issue in the last
4
few games, but he still puts up efficient numbers, but it's not what it was, in my opinion, to start the year. He was putting up 20, 25, not night after night, but consistently enough, and getting his shots and being aggressive. And it's just the confidence and like the swagger was there. And I just don't feel like we've seen that. And I think that's why the drastic difference from what we saw in November and December is what people are calling out now that we're in conference play. We're just not seeing that confident Wendell, I think. Dom?
Yeah.
I know you got thoughts.
Dom? Okay. Dom. No, I was with y'all, man. I'm sitting over here like, you're passing up shots. Like, I'm gonna be honest. This was the first game out of all the games, right? In the last since the COVID, this was the one I said, yeah, this not him. Like this not him. Like I'll never be mad at the Miami game. I'll never be mad at the Wake Forest game. I won't even be mad at the what was the game we just had before this?
NC State.
NC State. I'm not mad at it. Like, I look at turnovers different than a lot of people. So it's like, now they're horrible turnovers. There's horrible turnovers. Like, when they don't lead to fast break points, I'm okay with it.
Sure.
It's aggressiveness. Yeah. Okay, no problem at all. The lackluster passes, those are the ones that I can't get with. Like, I can't get, because those lead to points. If it's he kicked it and he threw it out of bounds, like, I mean, just anybody. Like, Paolo threw it over his head and threw it to the second row. I understand people being mad at the turnover, but I'm not mad at the turnover because it didn't start a break. The ones that I'm pissed about are the ones that start break, like the one where he threw it, the first turnover he had, trying to get it to the wing, and it started a break and it gives you points. I don't like those. I hate those. Yeah. If you're going to do that, just eat the ball. Just eat it. Go out of bounds. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't give a crap. No, like those are ones that I don't get with. He just didn't shoot. Like, I'm just sitting there like, you just didn't shoot. Like, you didn't and you were having a good shooting night. You just didn't shoot.
He didn't miss from three, did he?
They didn't shoot enough to me. They didn't shoot enough to me.
Paolo was more him not getting the ball. Wendell, there was points. Yeah. Wendell caught a ball on the wing. I think it was the second half. He caught a ball. He was wide open from three.
Wide open.
Pump fake, dribbles, takes a contested mid range.
Yeah. That was the second half. The mid range one.
Yeah,
he's not scoring on all three levels like he did at the beginning of the school at the beginning of the year. He's not scoring on all three levels. Like, he's literally not scoring on all three levels. He's trying to get to one level, and I think that's where everything is the hiccup. And it's a lot with the starting lineup change. Like, that throws a lot of things off because now you are the primary ball handler. So now you're trying to get everybody their shots. And because you got to make sure everybody does get happy, but you got to also understand that, to be honest, they go as he go. When he plays bad, we look.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
and now there's going to be a more emphasis.
20 in his sleep. Paolo's going to get 20 in his sleep.
Yeah.
You got to know that you got to still be that person with him. They feed off each other well, but they got to know that. And Mark is Mark.
Yeah, but now with Keels out, that pressure is now just elevated on Dell to step up. And like, I'm hoping, and I mean, I've been saying it for the last few games, we've just been hoping for a breakout game from him after the COVID break. But now with Keels out, like, it has to happen, or this team's is gonna lose a couple. If let's just say Keels is out for a week or two, this team's not gonna do well without Dell stepping up and taking those, because Keels was shooting more than Paolo was in most games. So like I'm hoping it gets to Paolo, and Paolo takes
11 times.
He shot 11 times tonight, 3 for 11.
And how many did Keels shoot before he was out? Like 8?
11.
He shot 11 times.
Oh, Keels shot 11.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about Paolo.
Yeah, and I'm never mad at him. I'm never mad at his shots, though. I'm never mad at his shots.
But
I'm
that's
cool
the thing. That's the thing. A lot of people were mad that Trevor was shooting. I was a little bothered he was shooting a lot, but it was like Trevor's getting wide open shots.
Yeah,
he is getting wide open catch and shoot shots, and like you can't be mad at that.
And he's getting a couple at the end of the shot clock, and like so some of those are like he has to shoot it, and it's not fair to him because those are bad. Like, those are it's a bad shot, considered a bad shot, but it's like I got the ball and it's green, and you hear him yelling green, 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 and it's like he has to shoot it. So what you're putting him in a bad predicament, but you can't get out of a slump unless you shoot the ball.
100%. And I think half of his shots, I really wasn't mad at them. I think it was just the product. It was the product of the offense. I tweeted it. It was product of the offense. The offense had no flow, no movement, and then once the pack line defense, we started stacking bigs in the paint, there was no chance. And Paolo gave us a little jolt at the end. So I guess he almost saved the game there, but ultimately I think the offense was trash. The offense has been trash all year, to be honest. It really hasn't been good. But we'll see. I tweeted it out. But yeah, my question to y'all is, what does Duke do without Trevor Keels now? What's the move?
I mean, starting lineup just goes with Roach back in it, but I think it's just Paolo and Dell. I would say Paolo and Griffin need to start taking more of those shots. Keels I was meant to look up the stats, but I would wonder how many more shots Keels has taken this year than Dell, and he's got to have taken close to, if not the same amount of shots that Paolo has this year. So there's going to be shots to go around. And I'm curious to see if it's Paolo who's getting 15 to 20 a night now, if Dell's going to be taking 10 to 15 going forward. And Griffin, I think it's a good time for Griffin to step up and get a more elevated role. But Shire did it with Griffin, and K just really hasn't. He's basically made Griffin a spot-up shooter when he's been in the game. And I don't think Shire did that. Shire ran some plays for him. He was being a cutter. He was getting more active on offense. So, it's just going to be a time where I think Dell and Paolo are going to have to step up more than anybody, but also just a good chance to see Griffin a lot more.
See, that's the sentiment of a young. I can't say young. I can't stand that.
We're young though.
As a basketball player, I can't. Me as Paolo, I don't care. If I need the ball, I need the ball.
Go get it.
The ball. Like that last time when he got the ball and he yelled for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got to do. AJ's just we're expecting AJ to give us that Wake Forest performance, but AJ mentally, forget physically, mentally, this is really his fifth big game, because he didn't really play a lot against Gonzaga. He didn't play a lot against, this is his sixth big game. I'm talking about big game with big minutes that means something. And we're asking him to do what they've already done 11 times before we got to conference play. And he's trying to still find his way, because he was getting adjusted to that coming off the bench role. He was adjusted to that. It was easy for him to come in and just do what he does. Now it's a little bit. So I think AJ will break out for sure. I do. But he definitely has to step up, being that third or second option.
We gotta put him in position to step up. I mean, at the same time, I think you gotta run more actions to get him open. I mean, he's not just gonna be. I think he's shown he's a little bit more than a catch and shoot shooter.
For sure.
He can shoot off the step back a little bit. So even if it's as simple as trying to get him on mismatches, that's what Duke does a lot. Kind of like the NBA, you just find a mismatch. And I think
it's hard to find that against Florida State, though. They just as big.
Yeah.
Against Florida State, if you look at their lineup, if we test their lineup, they went 7-4,
7-4, 7-1,
6-7, 6-5, 6-5. They literally went the same. We're not gonna find a lot of teams that match us.
100%.
True.
100%.
A couple people in the Twitter comments said, "What about defense, though?" Because Keels is obviously a really good defender, and he's got that dog mentality that we kind of need on this team. I guess Zion, you're kind of the guy here with the defensive side. What are your thoughts on Keels with missing on the defense?
I thought you were gonna say Keels. Don't do that, bro.
No,
but no,
come on. You can't claim everybody.
Defensively, I think we're losing a lot. We're losing a lot just because Keels and Wendell are kind of that anchors to the ball pressure and kind of we didn't really force turnovers tonight though, but usually forcing turnovers, giving us easy scoring opportunities. So without Keels, it's Wendell on his own. Because realistically, AJ's not there defensively. He has a lot of room to grow defensively. Roach, we've seen Roach sometimes. I'm not going to get into that because you've seen my Twitter feed and people get mad at me, say I hate Jeremy Roach. I don't hate Jeremy Roach. I love Jeremy Roach. But defensively, sometimes he gets abused. So now it's going to be way more pressure on Wendell to really anchor that defense up top with Mark and obviously Paolo anchoring back behind them. But like, I think we're losing a lot defensively. Just defensively, we're losing a lot, and it's going to put us, a little bit behind because I think that was a little bit of a backbone of our team was our ability to ball pressure and kind of just make opposing guards work. And
Yeah,
it's going to be much harder now.
And I mean, I think if you want to look for something to be positive about it, it's only January 18th. We got a lot of time left to figure some stuff out. I'm not saying this isn't a big there's a lot of concerns. We already outlined most of them, but it is only January. It's a young team, and there's a lot of games to be played left. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know yet.
Ryan, no more young team, Ryan. No more young team.
It's a young
No more young team,
but-
Ryan.
It's a young team.
Keels is like
No
17 and a
more young
half.
team, man. We didn't say they
I know
were a
he's-
young team when they beat Gonzaga. We didn't say they were a young team when they beat
It's
Army.
facts.
We didn't
It's
say
facts.
they were a young team
Why
when
did
they
you
beat
say
Virginia
Army?
Tech. They're not a young team anymore, man. You are a sophomore. Once you come back after break, it's soft. This that season, man.
I'll
They're
give you
closer to
that.
being a sophomore than they are a young team, man.
I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Let me use my
I can't
excuses.
use
All right,
that
come on.
Because we're not gonna say, "Oh, we had a young team. We lose in the first round of NCAA's." Oh, we had a young team. No, we're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Like as fans, we're gonna be mad. So
I think this is Colby. This is a good question. I mean, zone looked pretty good today. It did its job.
We're going to play zone against Carolina. We're going to get out rebounded to hell if we go to Chapel Hill and we don't play zone.
Well, we got to calm down about Chapel Hill because that team over there looks like garbage.
No,
Let's be
they're
real.
Yeah, they're dog water compared to most teams. But what I'm saying is,
Baycott would give us trouble. I understand what you're saying, but like, will we play zone more now?
with Keels out, maybe a little bit, save the legs. I don't know. I don't think it can be. Can it always be just something that K goes to in the latter half of the game just to get us out of a hole? Like, or can it be something that we can consistently go to for long stretches of games?
It really only happens when we get perimeter fouls. When we get foul trouble on the perimeter, that's really when we have to go to that.
Yeah.
Because we can press up still. We still got a 7-foot monster back there. When he's on, he's on. So I can't really say we're gonna go zone like that.
But that's the
thing.
We
can't go zone Saturday. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Syracuse. You go zone
Syracuse.
Saturday.
Yeah.
They will shoot the lights out. They will shoot the lights out. But at the same time, we are working with number one, less guards. So we have only Jeremy. I don't know if we're going to see Jalen Blake's really come into play now because I don't think Coach K has confidence in him. So we're really only playing Jeremy Wendell. And who's the other guard?
I mean, if you count AJ, but
AJ's not a guard.
He's a 3. I know, but like that's who you'd be relying on. Joey.
I mean, Blake's gonna have to come in and relieve sometime. I'm not opposed to Apollo bringing the basketball up. I'm not opposed to that because that takes less stress off of your guards, right?
Yeah.
But once again, we were never saying any of this when we were playing top teams. We weren't saying none of this. We don't need. We're okay with what we have. You just have to play. He just has to play. That guy that was playing guard has to play like he played and control the offense. It wasn't his turnovers. Everybody can try to say the turnovers. He had some turnovers earlier this year. He has to play and understand the role and understand and play that position the right way. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you want Dell bringing the ball up again?
Yeah,
I do too. I'm with you. I don't get why we went away with
once
it.
Again,
like,
I'm not saying Jeremy don't bring it up for sure. I'm not
Yeah.
saying Paolo, because we do lose Trevor and we lose 12 points right there right now. So I'm not saying don't. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it needs to flow back to the way it was.
yeah. We've seen this team play outstanding basketball against really good teams. Like this team, I've said it before. This team with Keels obviously not injured. Those 5 that we start with are I would consider the best 5 players in the country at any given time. But they just been inconsistent to start this new year.
Mhm.
And the one thing I wanted to say on Mark Williams is after he had that 8-block game, did it seem like he was just ball hunting tonight? It didn't look like there was any technique to going up and playing defense. It was just every single time he could, he just went and swatted at the ball. It did,
I mean,
and I think that's what took him out of the rebounding game, is because he was so hyper focused on getting those blocks, which I'm fine with. You're redirecting shots.
Mhm.
There's other things to it, but it was just seemed like it was give me the ball, let me block it, and there's just a lot of swings and misses.
yeah, I'm not really mad at it. I feel like, with him being such an elite soccer player, you're gonna have to live with it. I think what bothered me most was the team, not the guys next to him, knowing
Sure.
that he's gonna go for the block, not boxing out or not attacking the glass. Really Paolo most of the time. But some of these Twitter comments are kind of wild. They're wild.
They are.
man, bro. They some wild. There's some wild
Damn,
comments. here.
what they saying?
Nah, bro, I'm not gonna read some of them. But I do want to get into the Twitter comments. A lot of talk of national championship. This team is not a national championship team.
Not right now, no.
I mean,
Not right now, but you got
No, they
certainly
can be.
develop.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
like
because they're
let's worry
young,
about
right?
January. Let's get out
Yeah.
of January first. You get what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
like listen, and I want everybody to understand this. We do know that the 2015 team lost like 5 games.
Yeah, that's what just
Like-
about
And
to
they
say,
lost
like,
2. I think they lost back to back in
They
January. I
lost
always remember that.
back-to-back.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
my
like,
thing is,
but I
like,
hate
everybody
comparing it
just relax.
different
Like,
teams. Yeah,
Yeah, but you have to realize a lot of these Duke teams, especially when they're young. I hate to say the young part, but
No, I
especially
got
when especially when they're young, they peak at the end of the season. Except obviously Zion's team, because Zion's team was so utterly good in the beginning of the season. It's hard to reach that level of play consistently.
yeah. Mhm.
But like,
Which two things. If you talk about that though, are we getting to the point where we were that year when Zion just wouldn't get the ball late in the game? Same with Paulo, like it,
that's
or
not
just like
that-
for long
that's
stretches.
not just Zion though. That's Bagley. That's
Yes,
all
anybody.
these
Why
guys.
why
Like,
can we never give
I'ma
our star
tell you-
freshman the ball?
I'm gonna
for the
tell you,
entirety of the
Ryan,
game?
why it's kind of different. Because Bagley couldn't bring it up like that.
He was
Zion-
bringing
You
it
still
up
got
at
to.
times.
You
Zion
still got to
can
get
bring
him the
it up.
ball.
Like, Zion can bring it up. I don't know. They're all 3 of them are different though. You get
They're
what I'm
different
saying? Like,
situations. No, I get what you're saying, but there's no difference in get them the ball at all costs. Every possession. There's no reason why Paulo shouldn't touch the ball on 95% of the possessions, because anytime he does, good things happen. He draws double teams. He gets the defense panicking. Wendell can cut. Somebody can. I mean, there's just so much good stuff that can happen because they're solely focused on what Paulo's going to do.
you're right.
Same with Zion. Same with Bagley. Same even Carter that year too. I mean, it goes back basically since the one and done era started. Like, there's no reason that these guys still can't touch the ball. I get every situation's different, but there's no
Yeah.
reason why these guys shouldn't be touching
I
the
give
ball.
you that. See,
But
but
you-
Paulo can touch the ball every time.
Yeah.
Like he really can though.
Sure. Oh, I get what you're saying in that sense. Yes. Yeah.
He
But, like,
really
the-
can touch the
yeah.
ball every time.
That's the thing. Like, it wasn't even Paolo not getting the ball, Paolo inside. Like that really wasn't even an issue, because I think it was just not getting Paolo the ball at all. Because we saw at the end of the game when they gave the ball to Paolo on the perimeter, Duke was either getting a lob to Mark Williams or Paolo was making some type of play to
Mhm.
create offense.
But what opens that up is we weren't shooting bad from the 3. We actually shot
Yeah,
okay
we
from
shot
the
it
3.
pretty well.
Yeah. We
so
did well. in
it was able. You had to space it. You get what I'm saying? Like Paulo was able to play in that downhill motion that he wants to do because you couldn't sag off, because we were hitting the 3 pretty good. I mean, we hit it. What did we shoot? What did we shoot tonight?
We shot 10 or 23 43%.
We didn't shoot bad.
That's
We
really
shoot.
good.
No.
Listen, we make 10 threes in a game. We win those games.
We lost, bro.
No. What I'm saying is we
I
shoot
know.
10.
I'm just saying we hit 10 threes in the game and we lost. That's crazy to me.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's
man.
crazy. Whew.
The other thing I want to bring up here is, yeah, first of all, if you go back to your point, is that if you ever would have told us that we were going to shoot 40-some% from three and we would lose the game, we'd all say you were crazy because that just hasn't happened this year. The one thing I do want to point out that I just realized is that the schedule, this was actually the toughest part of our conference schedule with Wake, Florida State, and Miami. When's a harder part of the schedule?
Oh, well, at the beginning of the season, it looked better. Now these teams
Yeah.
so
At the beginning of the season, other than the Florida State game, this looked
sure. Now we have
now
Syracuse trash, Clemson trash. We have Notre Dame trash, Louisville trash, UNC.
I don't know about Notre Dame being
Yeah,
trash.
Notre Dame could catch you on the wrong night and you can get smoked by them.
Okay, I'll give you Notre Dame. I mean, obviously the ACC's down this year, so everybody's kind of trash at some degree. But I mean, we have BC, Virginia, we have Wake and Florida State at home. We get revenge game on Florida State at home. We got UVA again, Syracuse, Pitt. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to run the table. We have a lot to work on, but like what I am saying is that every single game the rest of the year is a winnable game, and we're going to be favored in every single game the rest of the year.
Today
There's no reason.
A winnable game, bro. I can't. Even
I know it was. I'm just saying, like, if we want to look towards the rest of the schedule, like, there's no games that scare us. But I guess that's the issue, right? Is that we're losing these games that we shouldn't.
If you tell me John Butler was going to hit threes like this, I would say we might lose.
But that's the thing. Even with that situation of John Butler hitting threes, we left him wide open, and he shoots 43% from three. It wasn't like this guy was shooting step back threes or crossing over and shooting three. He was shooting wide open catch and shoot threes. He can hit those. So I think it was more off our fault. You know, I can't blame it's Duke. He's playing against Duke, so he's having an out of body experience. It was just like, no, we just left him open.
Yeah,
and a good shooter is gonna hit regardless of
That's one though.
Like, but I it's hard for me to look at the just schedule and just pencil in wins now because I didn't think we win tonight.
Yeah, I didn't want to say I don't mean to pencil in win. I'm just saying like every game going forward is not like it's not like we're playing the number 2 ranked Virginia Cavaliers and then on to Chapel Hill to play a top 10 UNC team and then back to at Syracuse playing a top 25 team. This is a schedule where if you can get these guys clicking against teams like Syracuse and Clemson at home the next 2 games, there's no reason why this team can't get clicking then.
Exact quote right there
exactly. That's what I was just thinking in my head. Right. Every team
you've been a fan for so long.
I know, but all I'm saying is it's a little different this year with every game being more.
It's not different though.
But darn well we get everybody.
Exactly.
Like, we seen a person literally fall down, throw something off the backboard, and make an and one, man. Like literally, we seen someone fall down and just throw the ball at the backboard and make something.
I get it. I get it, man. But this is, and like I said, I'm not penciling in an undefeated run at the end of the year. But this is not the ACC that we're used to. Like these are winnable games. Even if we're not playing well, these are all winnable games. I mean, and if you can let's say you get through Syracuse and Clemson, you lose Keels for at least those 2 games, and you get your team gelling a little bit and come back at Louisville. Obviously at Louisville, I'm not penciling in a win for that. Are you serious? They could be as trash as ever, and we're still going to get at Louisville's best.
And that's going to be everyone's see because the ACC is so bad too.
I agree.
Everybody needs a resume builder. Even UNC. This is why the UNC game is so dangerous this year. Not even just because it's UNC. They're going to be playing for their seasons against us.
Yeah,
this is going to be their championship. They're out of the tournament right now.
Listen,
they are not
did
a tournament.
Did you see bracketology? Have y'all seen bracketology? They had Miami as a 10 seed.
Yeah.
If Miami is the leader in the ACC and they're a 10 seed, listen, this is not a 9. Once again, Ryan, I'm with you on this. This is not a 9-bid year. This is not a 9-bid team year. No, for sure. But when I look at the number 1 team in the ACC and they're a 10 seed,
that means everyone's playing for their lives.
And like I said, I was not saying a run on the table. I'm just saying it's a different conference this year. We're not. There's a chance for this team to really turn it around after a couple wins. That's all I'm saying. You put a couple of games together at home.
No, I got you. No, they definitely can. If they lock in, if we get the locked in, if we can get these two, if barring that Keels can't play, if Keels can't play in these two, I'm cool with us coming home against Syracuse. I'm cool with that. Against that zone, I'm pretty cool with that. It's that.
I got somebody on Twitter saying after I made that comment that I should be removed from the broadcast.
Who said that? Kyle, you want Ryan removed? I got you, Kyle. Ryan's gonna be removed. He's suspended three shows.
I've had way worse takes than that scheduled take to get removed.
Nah, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. It is but at the same time, to be honest, I might even go as far to say that makes it harder for us, just because everyone is playing for their lives. So there's no ACC team that thinks they're better than. Obviously, they're going to say they're better than Duke if you ask them, but no ACC team thinks they're better than Duke. So now these guys are playing for their seasons. Everyone's going to get Duke. He's going to give Duke their championship type game, and that makes it harder.
Well, I guess I'm like I said, you get it. But my point is we're not turning around and going at Louisville when they're a top 15 team, and then at home against a UVA top 5 team with holding people to under 40 points a game. And I'd take the schedule we have now over what we've had in the past when teams have slipped up any day of the week. Is all I'm saying.
That UVA game kind of scares me, bro. It kind of scares me. I know they
at
can't
home.
Score.
The one at home scares. The first one scares you at home.
Nah, the one on the road.
Okay,
we'll address. Is kind of annoying though.
We'll address that in a month and see where we're at and see if we need to be concerned about that one. But that Virginia team is not good.
We never know what might happen with the season by then. Bates Jones will be playing 15 minutes a game by UVA. Jalen Blakes will be getting his 5 minutes. But we'll see. It's tough. This is a tough one. This one hurts me the most. Just because obviously that UNC win was very, very great. I was so happy, hyped that up. So I deleted that tweet talking smack to them before. I did it before the game though. Before
it was risky.
It was risky. I did before the game, but it's tough because now we're 4-2 in the ACC, and we're behind. We're playing from behind now. Miami's kind of hot. They have the tiebreaker, so essentially we're 2 games behind right now. And we can't really afford to lose many other games at this point, especially resume. The 1 seed is looking out of hand.
Yeah, we can't get a 1 seed.
Is looking out of hand right now because those 2 losses, even though Miami's going to end up being a not so bad loss, those 2 losses hurt. And it's going to be hard. Someone did ask. I got to.
Whoa!
What's you about to say?
Go back to that last little thing you just put up here.
And first, before you get once you get there, Trevor is not a knee injury; it's a calf injury for people.
Oh, it's a calf?
Calf injury.
That's big news. That's big news because it's not an ACL. In calf, I don't think you can do anything. Can you tear a calf?
Probably strain it. I would assume would be the extent of it. I'm not a doctor, but I thought it was gonna be a high ankle sprain. I was thinking.
That's cool. I'm cool with a calf.
Yeah, calf injury.
Cool. So, okay, you wanted to address this one? People are making those takes.
We gotta stop.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell them to stop. There's been a lot of questionable in-game and being prepared for game moments in the last 3 to 4 years. I'm not saying all time. Obviously, he's a best coach of all time, but in his latter years here, towards the end. I don't know. You can convince me that he's the best X's and O's coach in the conference, let alone on the staff.
I'm not going on this list. Not me. You're not gonna catch me in this one, right? You on your own, buddy.
No,
you are on your own.
I'm talking.
Let's
we went. So okay. So somebody explain to me why Paulo Banchero isn't getting touches for 15 minutes in the second half of a close game.
I'm
You
with
think?
you on the
Wait,
fact-
you think
on the
that
fact-
was? You think that was K's? Like you think that was K?
No,
like,
but
not
there's
giving
how
touches?
many TV timeouts and timeouts went by where he could have been get the GD
no,
ball
no.
to Banchero
I
every
think
time.
I'm telling you, listen to me. I'm telling you, from not
Jim
what I'm
Larinaga,
thinking.
Jim
Right,
Larinaga,
no.
easily.
He definitely says this stuff. Like it's the game. It's the flow of the game. No, it's just a flow of the game. Like
I will never
Go
go
ahead.
on the ledge and say Shire it knows more basketball than Coach K. I would never say that. That is blasphemy.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at Twitter, man, this is the first time I've had
No,
people
no.
on my side like
no,
ever.
no,
So
no.
I'm going to take this moment.
I am not
Somebody
saying,
said-
let me finish my point.
Okay, go
I'm not
ahead.
saying that Coach John Shire is better than Coach K or
No, I'm not saying
knows
that
the
either.
basketball than Coach K. But for today, Paolo not getting the ball, you gotta blame Coach K for that. You gotta blame Coach K, you gotta blame the staff for that.
Okay.
You can't say that, you can't watch your star player not get the ball for 15 minutes and say, I can't do anything to fix this.
I'm not. Listen,
I
I'm
can't
not
do
mad at
anything
you.
to get him the ball.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I won't. I won't ever get mad at nothing like that.
And to the comment, I think Zach said in the conference, who is Jim Larinaga is a better X's and O's coach. Jim Larinaga, for standard's sake, owns Coach K in the ACC. I mean, he's a better X's and O's coach. He takes trash teams most years and makes them into decent teams. I mean, you could probably put Leonard Hamilton as a better X's and O's coach right now than Coach K.
Leonard Hamilton is a great coach.
Yeah,
He is
Jim
a great
Larinaga and
coach.
Leonard Hamilton, I would put toe-to-toe with
But-
K at this point in their careers for an
How
X's
about
and
that
O's
one
coach.
either?
10 years ago, I'm taking K all day. K took many teams that had no reason to be going to the places that they went and turning them into really good teams. But as far as X's and O's goes, you can't convince me
Listen,
Jim Larinaga isn't a better X's and O's coach.
You're not gonna catch me saying nothing that it will get clipped and posted later in the season. So you can.
Hey
go
man, we're not here
on.
for a long time. We're here for a good time, man. Clip it all you want.
I do want to ask this though. I do know we don't historically play well in Tallahassee.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
I
true.
do remember a team full of 3 top 10 picks, only winning the game off of a blown out of bounds play.
No. But Zion did get hurt that game. Zion got hurt that game, and he missed
Huh?
like Zion.
Yeah.
Zion missed like the last 10, 15 minutes of that game. He got
And
hurt.
you know he didn't touch the ball for a long time in that game.
100%. But if we had Zion, that's not a buzz beater.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't play well down there. Like we just don't. Like whenever we get to Florida, I don't know what it is about Florida and Duke in Florida. I don't know what it is. We don't really play well. Miami or Florida State. Now
I
when we
hate
get
that.
them, when we get them in our house, it's.
Don't say that. Don't say that because we just lost to Miami.
I mean, other than this year.
I hate that though, because with we can use that excuse we don't play well when we go to Wake, or we don't play when we go to Georgia Tech or Florida State. We literally put out 5 different players every single year. So you're telling me that what we did 5 years ago with the Quinn Cook teams and the Tyus Jones team that won the national championship, that's impacting how we play the following year and the year after that, and now this year when it comes to these road games. These kids don't know that Duke, nor do they care that Duke historically doesn't play well at FSU. Like I don't. You can't get me on that we don't, when we go to Florida we don't play well. Like come on.
I'm not making an excuse. No.
I know you're not making an excuse,
don't
but
want
like
you to think I'm
you're not the only one that has said it. Like, we never play well at a certain. It's like 5 years ago, these kids were all 14, 15 years old. There's the history here doesn't matter when you got 5 young guys on the team.
I don't know. Maybe it's on the staff. I don't know. I just know we don't always play. We always.
I agree. We historically
always,
don't.
we're
Like
always
obviously. Yeah,
I
but it's just
do-
I just don't like the excuse of when people say, "Oh well, we go and lose to Florida State every year," or whatnot. So it's like it's like Virginia Tech as well. We always play poorly there, but yeah.
I do want to get to Crystal's question here because he asked it twice. Do we sweep UNC this year?
Yeah.
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 Like,
they have
like,
no
what to
defense.
say. No, like we're gonna sweep them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't
What
care
you
if we
want me to say?
I'm gonna say we're gonna sweep them. We can have
I will say,
I'm bashing Coach K before you see me on here saying we're gonna lose to UNC. That's for damn sure.
that's true. But I think at the same time, though, that first matchup is going to be tough, though, because especially, what is it, like a couple weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, we're only 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. It's a
Yeah, I
Saturday.
think it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, just because it's a rivalry. But if we don't have Trevor, then we're going to be forced with Caleb Love on Jeremy Roach again. And I hope he has a redemption game. But last
Here you go. Here you go.
watch the
Caleb
tape
Love
back.
and Jeremy Roach. Lord
I'm
Jesus.
telling you, bro.
It's okay, man.
Jeremy Roach. If Jeremy Roach is guarding
No,
Caleb Love,
they
I
start.
will
You know
not
they
watch
start a
that
little
game.
guard now. You know they start a little guard.
RJ Davis, yes, RJ
Yeah.
Davis.
So, like, why would Jeremy Roach check Caleb Love?
I don't know because
They
Trevor's
can
out.
check R.J. Davis, man.
People saying we don't have any defense in the comments on Twitter. We
I think
haven't.
Brian just tweeted at me. He had a good point. If we don't rebound defensively, obviously, yeah, we said that before.
Well, yeah.
Baycott is going to have 30 rebounds. He's had close to 30 rebounds, but he's going to have 30 rebounds if we don't box out and contest. But I will say, I think UNC defensively, if we can't score against UNC, we're cooked offensively. We are a cooked product offensively because that team can't defend. RJ Davis can't defend. None of those guys can really defend. Maybe Leaky Black, although Hubert Davis was saying that Leaky Black is the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, also saying that Baycott was the Player of the Year. Hubert Davis is not focusing on coaching his team. That's why you're getting blown out by 30 twice this season by Kentucky and by Miami. So, but I think we should sweep them. Ultimately, I'm not going to say otherwise. But I think that first game is going to be tricky.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't know, man. Mark Williams and I just swatting at everything. Still, I don't know. It still bugs me. And that's what got him the foul at the end on the end one on Cleveland was just he swatted and he gets bodied then instead. If he goes into a UNC game like that trying to swat at everything, like we said, Baycott's going to eat him up. If he can't get in positioning to rebound after a shot goes up, we're going to be in trouble. But I just don't think that UNC team can defend well enough, and we have way better scorers and playmakers in our team that they'll just eat them alive. Paolo's going to get his, and that's going to be able to be a big game for hopefully Wendell. And if Keels is back, I just don't see their defenders being able to stop any isolation or any good ball movement that we can throw at them.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be in much better mood by that time of the year. I don't know. Man, we've been on here for an hour. Anybody in the Twitter comments, send your last comments. I'll get to your comments. Anybody on YouTube or Facebook, hit us with something before we close out here. Hit the hay.
The worst part about this is dealing with national media now, putting us at like 20th.
Oh my God. I can't even look at it. I'm not even gonna look, bro. I can't look because it's just gonna make me angry, and I shouldn't even care about it. But ultimately, we deserve it.
I care about it. I don't care. I don't like how they do it sometimes.
It's a disrespect thing, man.
Sometimes it's just disrespectful, man. But whatever. I don't know. I hate COVID. I hate COVID. I just hate COVID. I hate COVID. Man.
I think the COVID pause, in a way, did really
you know where it bit us though, because I remember this. I remember you said this.
What did I say?
Listening, and you said, "Why?" I think both of y'all said this. Why do we have to be off for 2 weeks in the beginning when we were off those 2 weeks from the 30th to that game?
Yeah.
And then basically we were off for a month of basketball.
Oh,
if you really look at it, because we took 2 weeks for that and then 2 weeks with COVID. And with COVID in the break, that's a month of no basketball for us.
Yeah. That killed us. That was scheduling too. I don't know why we did that, but I get finals and all. We had 2 weeks off of
the finals and all that,
no games, but we really didn't play a month after. That was after Gonzaga? No, that was after Ohio State.
After Ohio State, yeah.
And I think we just lost the Ohio State game because we got fatigued a little bit at the end.
But that's a month of no basketball. I know the latter part, but it's like if we played then, are we still in the groove? I don't know. But y'all right. Sometimes I kind of look at it like we're off though. Like we're off.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
we're somewhere. We're a step slow. That's just how I feel. We're a step slow somewhere, and I don't know.
With the depart. Sorry, go ahead, Zion. I have a question from Twitter, but you go ahead first.
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say, I feel like the defensively we look just completely different ever since the COVID pause. Like we were locked in defensive. There was a time I was saying this is the best Duke defensive team I've seen since like 2010,
Yeah.
and then that pause disconnected. We came back disconnected. We're getting beat off the dribble. Even Jeremy Rhodes, I feel like that pause hurt him because I thought he was pretty locked in. Even Gonzaga, he wasn't getting beat off the dribble like he was against Miami. So I
And
think
he was an offensive threat too.
yeah. I think the COVID pause really hurt us. So it might take a month to get back into swing of things. You never know. But
We had a question on Twitter, and I'm gonna add in my twist to it too. So my first question from it is, with Nate James departing to Austin P, is with Emil Jefferson now being the director of player development, is he the bigs coach or who's coaching the bigs? Is it Emil?
It has to
Okay,
be.
so somebody asked, can Emil work with Mark Williams in practice, please? Like, is there something to be said that James ain't? I mean, Mark's playing fine, but like as far as rebounding goes, we've been atrocious for the last month or so. So like,
I feel like Duke has naturally been not a great rebounding team.
True.
Historically, in recent years. It definitely is a lot of heart.
Truly, rebounding is about this. You can have like everybody though. Everybody like and this is serious. We're not getting the rebounding from the wing like we were. Like we're not getting the rebounds from the wing like we were.
Mm.
Like we're asking two people to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like you get what I'm saying? Like we're truly asking two people to do a lot of things.
Yes, but we have had this scenario before. This is not new. Like Wendell.
No, you're right. No, yeah, you're right.
Wendell and Bagley were pretty good at controlling the guys for the most part. And if they weren't defensive rebounding, they were grabbing about 10 offensive rebounds on the other end. So like they were still kind of evening out. I definitely think it's an effort thing. I think Emil is good. I would hope, they call Sheldon Williams. Call Sheldon Williams, man. I know he's not doing nothing. I see his tweets on the timeline all the time, though. Sheldon can come help, man. Come help us out, help the bigs, because UNC does it. I'll give UNC credit for that. Don't kill me in the comments, but UNC knows how to teach rebounding. They know how to get their bigs to rebound. They're usually top 5 in the country, and I don't think they have better bigs. They just teach it better. But we'll see. I don't know.
We'll see.
I agree. Yeah, man. Zach Adams asked a question on YouTube and said how big was starting the second half so slow to the outcome of this game. And we're just going to revert that right back to when I said that Shire made adjustments at the end of the first half last game and came out in the second half firing. They were dogs to start the second half. Coach K comes back, and we were super sluggish to start the second half. So
I got to read the Twitter comments after and see what people were saying when you reacted to that because I missed that. But I don't know.
Put a poll up.
I think it was that is a good point with Bagley and Waddell. They were playing zone too, but I mean it makes it harder to rebound at a 2-3 zone. But they were still doing it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I got a little hot take here, random and unimportant. But can we not pretend like Rhodes could be the starting point guard next year?
He's not going to have to be.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, I'm done. I don't want to talk about that. Can we get through this year? Can we just get through this year?
No, I agree though because I see Ryan be posting. You be posting the flip Derek highlights. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to enjoy this year.
I'm just doing what I do. I'm just getting.
I get it. I get it.
Class, man. We got. It's. Gotta hype it up a little bit.
I'm excited for them, but like at the same time, after last year, I don't really care, bro. I'm trying to enjoy this team right now and see what this team.
But if we're your boy, I keep telling you about your boy. Your boy's getting better and better.
Who?
Christian Reeves.
Oh,
dude.
Christian. This is
best 3-star prospect we've seen.
Listen, I'll say this. I don't know. Well, Coach K is not even going to be here next year, so I do want to see Duke with two bigs with somebody else coaching.
But I mean, I get
Yeah.
it, man. We just enjoy this year, man. We all right. We got Syracuse Saturday, man.
Yeah, Syracuse Saturday.
Clemson next Tuesday.
Clemson, is that a road game? Is that a whole?
No,
that's
we
home.
got Clemson at home, and we
That's
got
home.
Syracuse at home, and then we go on the road to
Then we go to
Louisville.
Maybe we'll be back Tuesday. Probably, because we have to. We have to. The contract rules.
Okay, so Tuesday. No, I'll be at the game. So, what time is the game?
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock games. Hey, for the rest of the season.
Oh,
ladies
this is
and
the last
gentlemen,
one.
there are no more 9 o'clock Duke games. At least if they don't get flexed. So this is the last late show of the season. Barring we get put in the West Coast in the NCAA tournament, and we got an 11 o'clock game.
What? You'll never get put in the West Coast.
Yeah, we never know. At this rate,
No.
we're not going to be.
One thing
We've been in the West Coast before.
They're not sending K out on the West Coast.
Listen to me, Zion. One thing for sure, two things for certain. We'll be in Greenville, South Carolina. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We either going to Greenville or Buffalo. That's it.
That's terrible. I'm not sure. Well, actually, Buffalo's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that's your hometown, though. That's your hometown. I'm not.
No, I'm just saying. Either one. I'm going. We either going to Greenville or that. But
that's true.
I just wanted to get. I wanted to get off that 2 line, man. I want to get up. They're gonna put us at a 3 now.
Yeah, we are definitely looking at a 3. And I know I don't know how we're gonna get. We're definitely not gonna get back to 1 line unless we win out.
Ooh.
Us, Luke.
Are you crazy?
Nah,
listen,
bro.
if they put Gonzaga with that West Coast Conference at a 1 line,
They're going. I mean, it's
Gonzaga's
default,
not
man.
gonna lose.
They're not going to lose the rest of the year, and we have to run the table if we want a shot, and that's winning the ACC tournament too. Like it's going to be real tough if they drop Baylor to number 4 after losing 2 straight at home. Like the bias with the conferences, and obviously the ACC is obviously down this year.
They
so
gotta put Miami in they gotta rank Miami now. Like
Miami, they beat UNC by 30. You gotta be ranked. I don't care what they gotta be ranked.
I don't care what.
Yeah, there's a long way to go before we can start throwing seeds out there, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's going to take a lot for us to get back to the 1 line.
So shout out Russ. Stop posting about quads and all that. I don't care.
I like it because he keeps me informed with how quality of our schedule we got. Now I like it. Keep doing it, Russ.
So today was a quad 1.
Quad 1 loss.
Oh, today was a quad 1 loss.
Yeah, somehow
so
10-5.
So we got 3 quad 1 losses.
Nah, Miami wasn't quad 1.
Miami was a quad 2, I believe, at the time.
So we got
it
2
might
quad
be
1s, a quad.
Nah, Miami was quad 3 at the time, but it might be elevated probably to like a quad.
It got to be elevated.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Ohio State's a quad 3.
1.
Quad 1.
Yeah.
But a lot of our big wins are quad 1s.
Yeah, Gonzaga's quad 1, Kentucky's quad 1, Wake Forest is quad 1. I don't think we have anything after that. We should have beat Ohio State. That should have been another quad 1. But
another,
God.
All 3 of the games we've lost have been winnable games. They all felt kind of the same. Just like, what the hell, man? Like, so I don't know. We've been going for over an hour.
I know. We can wrap this up.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Dang, 12:48 a.m. Thankfully, this is the last late live show. But yeah, we'll probably be back against Clemson next week. Keep your head up. We'll see where this goes next. But it's a tough time right now. But
appreciate it. There's been a lot of people hanging out late tonight, so thank y'all for hanging out with us.
Thank y'all.
Get well, Trevor Keels, and go Duke.
Yes, sir.
Get well.